The Gainsborough District Heritage Association was created on the 16th of March 1994 when a public meeting was held at the White Hart Hotel in Gainsborough. Appreciation was expressed to Nottingham engineers who offered premises within Marshall's old offices for the first Heritage Centre, based at Britannia Chambers, Beaumont Street. A vote at the public meeting showed everyone in attendance being in favour of the formal establishment of the Gainsborough District Heritage Association. The grand opening of the Gainsborough Heritage Centre took place on the 15th and 16th of October 1994. On the Saturday morning, a private opening for staff and management, including the association's members, took place with Sir Nicholas Bacon officially opening the centre. A special meeting was held on Monday the 3rd of October at 7 p.m. to arrange a rota for the big forthcoming event. Delighted Heritage Association Secretary John Stanley. We could not have envisaged even 12 months ago that this important milestone would have been reached. A tremendous amount of work has been put in by many people during the last 6 months. We are delighted with the attendance and many of the nice things said in appreciation of our efforts. However, before these key milestones in 1994, a 4-day exhibition was held in Richmond House, which highlighted some of the most prominent happenings in the town over the last 170 years. The exhibition was created by Paul Kemp and Andy Burkitt in February 1993, which created the interest for a museum, seeing 1,200 visitors over the process of the event. Calls for a museum in Gainsborough have been seen before, with a letter to the local paper in the 1930s.
I was chairman during the period that we had to move everything out, pack everything up in Marshall's, and all the time we were looking for premises. We just couldn't find anything. There wasn't anything suitable. We hadn't enough money to buy anywhere. Marshall Yard tried to help us by suggesting we various storage places and various premises that we could have, but nothing was suitable. So in the end we moved everything out. Eventually we got a room in South County School, Lee Road School, and that was all right. The rest of the exhibits, we found a disused chapel down at Morton to store everything in there.
After years of struggling, the future of the association was finally secure thanks to the generosity of Gainsborough funeral directors Cliff and Carlton Bradley, who handed over the former General Post Office and Telephone Exchange building, which dates back to 1905. Gainsborough District Heritage Association Chairman Dorothy Pearson confirmed that the group's future was now secure. And then the hard work and determination started by volunteers to create the old post office building into a museum, including an archive for family history researchers. The Heritage Association was awarded a £25,000 grant from Lincolnshire Co-op to create the new exhibition hall in 2011. Heritage Centre opening 2011. At long last, the research room, shop, kitchen and toilets are completed. On the evening of the 13th of August, we were pleased to stage the opening of our new facilities. The evening was attended by all those involved in the planning and completion of the rooms and invited guests and dignitaries who have contributed to the funds. Following the opening speech, those present were free to walk around and view the completed rooms, view the displays and browse the archives on view. The general consensus was that of success and a view of good things to come. Everyone was impressed with the material in the research room and the general decor. The following day, with special invitations sent to all members, was our first Saturday opening. The visitor numbers were higher than initially expected, and the feelings of the day echoed those of the night before. The rooms are now open every Saturday 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. and we welcome all.
And being involved here, there's lots of things. I mean, just talking to you, just clicked 2 or 3 things in my head what I forgot. And there's a lot of people come here and reminisce. I'll remember, well, look at that, I remember that, and then the stories go on from it, and it rings. But yes, heritage, definitely. And there's we get a lot of information from people and feedback and how pleased they are that we're doing it. And we've had some lovely letters when we was after that grant. We've had some cracking letters of support saying how important it is, heritage, and to keep it going. Because it's there for the future people, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's not just looking back at the good days. It is doing that, but if you forget what's been good in the past, then you've got nothing to strive for the future. And so if you just think, well, it's just a little town that does nothing, it doesn't give you any ambition to try and do anything, does it? It's not inspiring if you think of it like that. So to know its history, and it does have a long, brilliant history really, I mean the role it's played, then as I say, I think it's something it gives you a goal to aim for, either let's get back to that, or sort of don't let us slide any further into obscurity.
I think it's very important, and that's why we're members of the Heritage Society, because of the fact that it's very much part of Gainsborough, and a lot of people don't know it, and how big a part of Gainsborough Marshalls and the other factories were. So I think it's very important to remember them.
Absolutely. I think it's as important to remember the history of Marshalls as it is of Roses and of Gainsborough, because at one time Gainsborough was the capital of England. And people say, oh, there's nothing happens and this, that, the other, but if you look at the history of Marshalls and Roses and Gainsborough, or like I do attend some of these lectures when people are talking about particular, it's very interesting.
The Heritage Association in 2012 organised a Marshall tractor rally to mark the 60th anniversary of the last of the iconic Field Marshall tractors, which was a great success. In 2015, the association organised a VE Day dinner and dance to mark the 70th anniversary of the end of the Second World War in Europe, to raise money for the centre. The work of volunteers is not yet finished at the old post office building, but the future is bright and the story goes on. The Gainsborough District Heritage Association, 1994 to 2015.